I'm going to show you exactly how we did over $160,000 in last month. And this is a fairly new brand and is not even one of the better brands within our portfolio. Now, why I'm showcasing this brand, I want to show to you how easy it is for someone right now to build and scale a profitable ecom brand in 2026 while leveraging AI. You can do all of the product research to the content creation, to the ads management and scaling, now all with AI. And I'm going to show you exactly how we did this in these simple steps. So we're starting with the market research. Now we took two trending markets, Pilates and shapewear. Now Pilates itself in the last 5 years has 182% growth in the last 5 years and has a spike in this year, 2026. And it is a $1.2 billion market, right? Then shapewear has a growth of 60% in the last 5 years, but we see a tremendous peak in this year, 2026. And that is what we leveraged, right? Now, this is a $3 billion market. Imagine this, you only need 0.1% of the market cap to have $300,000, right? So it is not that difficult to build a long lasting brand. And I always say go for an actual brand with brand identity instead of something that you throw away. So yeah, Pilates market, as you can see, very popping right now. It girly vibes. Shapewear as well. We saw a peak in 2026. Now we leveraged that. So we utilized both and we put them together with a specific ideal avatar. Now, what was this avatar? It was a gap that we found in the market. And I will show you and the people that I work with one-on-one exactly how we break that down and how we go over finding these ideal avatars. But that's a video for another day. I'm going to go over which avatar we chose because it was a market gap, literally. And it is the inclusive market. So shaping bodywear for the crowd that has plus size models that are excluded within, let's say, the regular moderate crowd. So I'm going to show you exactly who the ideal avatar is and how we came about it, right? So the one who shows up, right? So this is how we build our ideal avatars. And it is for curvy women, plus sized women, and inclusive to every single skin type and body type. That is what we want to be, right? So that is our unique selling point, right? And 3 layers, right? So we always go for surface pain, we go for core pain, and we go for hidden fears, right? And we need an emotional transformation to happen within our ideal avatar, right? Because we're building a brand, we're building a community. So we need a feeling of belonging. We're not just selling status, we are, because it is sort of a clothing brand, but we're more selling a feeling of belonging to something. So this was the gap, obviously, that anybody is selling shrinking clothing, right? Everybody is doing compression. That is who the brand is not for, right? The brand is for women that normally wear L or 3XL, who train, who want to look the part, because these are some of the most athletic people you will ever meet that are on a healthy lifestyle. It is just their body type is excluded, right? So that's the gap in the market. So anyone who has never seen her body in Pilates marketing, normally we only see these really tiny waist it girls. So, they do feel excluded. So this, resonates with them. And if the ideal avatar sees someone like himself or herself, it will resonate way more. And they're way more eager to buy into it. So buyers who want sculpting shapewear that moves, not just restricts. So that's the Pilates angle, right? Still sportive angle. People who care how it looks and not just how it holds. So how it looks and talks. So we go over the personality, tone of voice, the aesthetics, and things that we never do with the brand. So these are some reasons why people would want it, right? A feeling of belonging, etc. So that is all done with Claude. That whole avatar, same as the market research, it's all done within Claude. So how do we get this brand? How do we put it together? By doing our brand research and using the prompts within Claude to come up with these amazing product images. And obviously a part of the brand research is also, we're doing Pilates, we're doing shapewear. What is trending? Pilates grip socks because they are not branded enough. And then the shapewear for inclusive body styles. Now, Claude will tell you the whole brand identity, what we have to lean into aesthetic direction, what is trending with other competitor brands, and what gaps we can fill in. So that is how it came about, this color palette. Obviously, there's still some creative direction choice. So if you're a very creative person, this will only boost that. So this is what we came up with. As you can see, all of these pictures are 100% AI generated. So we use a combination of Claude plus Kive AI to generate these beautiful product images. As you can see, they're like a little bit 2000 digital flash images. They look really realistic. If you would have shown me this before starting this whole ecom AI journey, I wouldn't have believed you if you would have told me that these images are AI. So think about your target audience, think about the people that are on social media shopping. So after generating those beautiful brand images, instead of hiring people and models and then paying a photographer and then doing post editing, we can now do all of it with AI. It saves so much time in the testing phase, right? That when something pops off and you have something that's proven to work, then we can focus our efforts on maybe doing a real shoot, right? So then we will go into building the store, and we did a very minimalistic, simple store. We just base it off of the competitors, especially in fashion, lifestyle, etc. You don't want to have too much screaming, buying signals, etc. It can be very straightforward. Obviously, we have the metrics like, secure checkout links, bundles, upsells, goals in the add to cart, bunch of social proof on the website. Those are in place, but it's not too over the top screaming. We want to keep the aesthetic plain and simple. So that is how we use Claude again to build the whole Shopify store, and Kive AI to build the images, right? So all of this is done again by Claude. We don't even have to make the product pages ourselves anymore. We can all do it by giving Claude access to our Shopify. So the next step, that's an interesting step. We build our base. We did our marketing research, right? Or market research, apologies. We went over who our ideal avatar is. We also have the product pictures, because we do need the product pictures, obviously. And as you can see, for the product pictures, they can be like very simple, straightforward. Like this is, for example, a really simple product page. It doesn't have to be mind-blowing, right? And then what we do, we use Claude again in Kive AI to make these organic content pieces, right? So we have some static images, we have some images of the product and the socks, and then we have reels. As you can see, these are some aesthetic reels. Shop the collection, very simple, very straightforward. These are some reels that we would use for our organic content. Now, moving on, we have the social media, right? Because this is what we post on TikTok and Instagram. This gets engagement, and we do it based off of the viral 3-second rule. Now, Claude can build all of these scripts for you so you can post with clarity and you never have to guess again. So also the organic content part is now completely taken over by AI. Now, again, if this works and you have a brand and you see some returns, obviously you can use real UGC creators. You can hire real models to model for your brand. But this saves so much time and money wasted on testing and trying different angles that you do not know in advance will work. So this is a game changer. Using AI to build it and see if it works. And then when you have an angle that works, or you have an ad creative or a piece of organic content that works, now using and leveraging real UGC creators. So then moving on to the most fun and most interesting part. Now we have all of these things set up. We got our TikTok, we got our Instagram, we have a bunch of organic views that we gathered. We have our website set in place, right? It's good looking, it's aesthetic. We have our ideal avatar, it resonates. We're now gonna do ads. And we're gonna run static ads and we're gonna run UGC AI ads. Again, all made with AI. So we're using Claude and Arc Ads. That's the tool that we use to leverage all of these UGC AI videos and make these AI static ads. And we integrate Claude with meta ads. That's it. And you can literally run and scale everything within Claude. Now, these are the static ads that we would run, for example. As you can see, we also run square ads. These are just some vertical ads. And you can see it immediately speaks to the target audience. Your Pilates was never built for one body type. As you can see, same set every piece. You see different body types, different ethnicities. It doesn't ride up. That's the whole review. Again, showcasing it's for multiple body types. Here, same set every size. Now, here we got some UGC video ads, and all of these are made with Claude. and ARC ads. All of these are made with AI. You do not have to hire UGC creators anymore. And just to show you how good some of these videos are, right? I know you couldn't tell if this was AI or not. Now, these are the ones that are more on brand, as you can see,
Put
right?
while you move. I take the front row now. Sizes go up to 3XC, links in the bio.
I saw this set on Pilates TikTok for 8 months before I found it in my size. That's the thing nobody says about that whole aesthetic. It exists.
Exactly.
It just stops at large. This one goes to 3XL, same color, same cut, actually graded for real proportions instead of scaled up from a small. We've been waiting.
Exactly. So even the voice is on point and everything is on point. A lot of times post-production, we will still edit and cut some of these videos up here and there because we will use them for multiple different ad creatives, but that is it. So we have the organic content, it's doing views, we're making the ads, and we're running retargeting ads first to see if we get some engagement, and then it's basically just 70% top of funnel new ads and 30% retargeting ads. That is basically the whole framework. It's really straightforward, and you can see that basically now anyone can build a 6-figure brand with Claude, with AI, and leveraging these AI tools. You do not need a copywriter anymore. You do not need a media buyer anymore. You do not need models to hire for a shoot. You do not need a creative director anymore. You can do it all with Claude right now. And I think that's the most amazing part of it, if you think about it, right? So you might want to know where it is now, right? So this was last month. And last month we spent around $40,000, $50,000 in ads with around a 2.9 return on ad spend. So it's nothing crazy. It's not a crazy number. It's a volume game. And now I'm going to tell you something that really no one believes. And that is, it takes me just a few hours a week that I spend on this brand, because I have a portfolio of multiple brands. And this is not even the one that is performing the best. This is just one of the most recent ones that I put our framework step by step towards this brand. And this was the result in a reasonable amount of time. So that is the absolute craziest part of this, that I only spend a few hours a week on this brand, and AI does the rest. Now, I'm also going to tell you what I would have probably done a little bit different. First of all, the conversion rate is 0.75%, and it is down by 27%. So our conversion rate was better the month before that. So normally the conversion rate would sit around like 1.5%. And if we would still have that same conversion rate, we would actually be more close to $300,000 in sales. But because we are scaling a bit aggressively, we always see conversion rate drop. So what I would have done differently is not scale so aggressively, but this is purely to see if my system holds the test of time. Also, another thing I would have probably done differently looking at it is the email acquisition. So the email pop-up and the email retention was not that good. We weren't getting a lot of purchases from our email flows. So that's something that we fixed later on. We definitely left a big number of revenue on the table. Right now, our email flows are peak, and it's also something that we do with AI, obviously. I just wasn't expecting this brand to grow that fast. And none of this was guessing or luck. We literally just followed the system step by step, and this is how it compounded. Yeah, so that's basically the whole thing. It's AI doing the heavy lifting. So if you want to do this yourself as well, everything I showed you is written up properly. First link in the description, it's completely free. It's the actual breakdown. And if you'd rather have somebody just building it for you, second link, book a call with me, my team. It's just a conversation. If it's not a fit, we'll tell you straight. Either way, start with the brand, not the product, not the ads, the brand. That's the part that took me a few years to understand, and I'm showing you that in a couple of minutes. Subscribe if you think it was useful, guys, and I'll show you the next one when it's up and running. All right, peace.